Good morning, everyone. So, today we will be talking about the 21st century communication issues. Communication issues described as an issue preventing clear and concise communication for both parties or between people. Do you know, following or just knowing the ethical standard of communication can help prevent creating communication issues? Ethics of communication, it is how a person uses languages in media that creates relationships that are guided by individual moral values. To be aware of the consequences of a behavior of a person. Why do ethic of communication important? It is essential in upholding a strict compliance in workplace when done correctly. It is also to know the moral dimension to interpersonal communication. Honest communication not only builds trust, it also helps us and others identify and work on any issues that may arise in intersection between authority and power.
So communication issues is verbal bullying, involves mainly insults, taunts, name calling, and other types of verbal abuse. Nowadays, it is often occurs via social media as well. So example, teasing, making inappropriate sexual comments, threatening to cause harm.
Okay, so adhering to the golden rule or the platinum rule. The golden rule is to treat others in the same way you want to be treated. So, platinum rule tells us to treat people the way we would like to be treated. This changes the focus of the connection from let me first comprehend what another wants to let me first understand what I want. So I'll give everyone the same thing. By accommodating other people's sensitivities, you can better comprehend their motivation and as a result, see your alternatives for interacting with them. So Milton Binet developed a framework describing the different ways in which people can react to differences, which he called the developmental model of intercultural sensitivity, or also known as Binet scale. It is organized into 6 stages. So to identify this, the 6 stages are as follows. So the first one is to denial of difference. My worldview is the only real one. Number two is the defense against difference, which means it's the experience as the most evolved or best way to live. Number three is the minimization of difference. The experience of similarity in our worldviews, cultures outweighs the experience of difference. Number four is acceptance of difference. My own worldview is one of a number of equally complex worldviews or culture. Adaptation to difference, which is number five. I am capable of expanding my own worldview to accurately understand your worldview and behave in appropriate ways through effective use of empathy to understand and be understood. Number six is integration of difference. My experience of self can be expanded to include the movement in and out of different cultural worldviews. So, we should strive to improve our communication skills since it takes up most of our waking hours. However, we rarely consider how our partners, acquaintances, and coworkers prefer to interact. We don't all want the same thing because we are different from one another. The platinum rule is fundamentally a strategy for removing oneself from the situation, understanding others by empathy, effective means of communicating, and building stronger relationships.
Okay, the next one is considering the feelings of the receiver. It is really important to ensure the receiver has a chance to comment or ask questions. So, try to put yourself in other person's shoes. Consider the feelings of the receiver. So, be clear and concise about what you say or what you deliver. Look at the receiver or have an eye contact. So, the next one is acknowledging the source of idea or information. It is really important to cite the sources of all ideas and informations that are not your own and that are not common knowledge. All ideas and informations taken away from a source must be acknowledged unless they are considered common knowledge. The crucial term in this rule is, of course, common knowledge. So you need to credit it to the rightful owner.
Next is speaking the truth. Knowing the truth is vital to avoid misconception, confront or ask your receiver to avoid hurting or damaging other image or reputation.
So that is all for the 21st century communication issue and ethics of communication. Thank you for listening.